Most newborn American boys leave the hospital circumcised. Some parents choose the procedure, the surgical removal of the penis foreskin, for religious reasons. Some because it's just customary, and some because they think it is healthier. For Jews, circumcision is compulsory. It represents a covenant with God. For Muslims, Islamic scholars differ over whether it's obligatory or whether it's just recommended. It is an ancient procedure, we know that, springing from antiquity and might have originally been performed because it was thought to improve fertility. By the way, there's no evidence for that. And there's even one theory that at some point in the deep, dark past, the father of the bride circumcised the bridegroom at the wedding. Newborn circumcision remains the most common surgery in the United States. And the American Academy of Pediatrics says the benefits outweigh the risks. The benefits, according to the pediatricians, less likely to have a urinary tract infection, less likely to acquire HIV, less likely to pick up STIs, and less likely to develop penile cancer. Immediate complications from the procedure are pretty rare. They're usually minor, according to the Academy, affecting approximately 1 in 500 newborn circumcisions. The complications include things like bleeding and infection. That's conventional wisdom to do it, but circumcision does have its critics, and it's far from customary around the world. Opponents argue that although circumcision does lower the risk of UTIs, fewer than 1% of uncircumcised infants actually get them and can be easily treated with antibiotics. They also point out that while men without a foreskin are less likely to get penile cancer, the disease is actually rare anyway, affecting roughly 1 in 100,000 men in the U.S. each year, and it's fairly treatable. And although research in Africa found that circumcision more than halved the risk of men getting HIV, critics say it's hard to justify such a prophylactic procedure in a place like the U.S. with considerably less HIV risk across the entire male population. Then there's the issue of sexual satisfaction. Some say foreskin protects the head of the penis, and without it, it becomes less sensitive. Most research doesn't bear that out either. Beyond all the medical arguments, ethics is a growing question because circumcision permanently changes a male's body. Should parents even make the decision to have that procedure performed without significant benefits? Or should each person decide for themselves as adults? The Danish Medical Association has recommended ending the practice, arguing it should be an informed personal choice. Circumcisions are increasingly less common in countries like Australia, Canada, Britain, and New Zealand, and fewer than 1/5 of all European men are circumcised. There's a fledgling group in the U.S. that we should mention. They call themselves intactivists, trying to keep penises intact. But for now, more than 3/4 of American boys are still circumcised at birth.